Okay, guys, so I gotta tell this story. I was at the fair, me, my wife, and my daughter, okay? And my newborn son. My son was, I don't know, he was definitely less than a year old. Anyway, so I went to the fair and I went to get to the concession stand. Me and my daughter, we went to get my wife something. And so I noticed when I came back, this big white guy looked like he's about maybe 6'3", 6'4", kind of heavy set guy. Looked kind of dingy. He was talking to somebody, and then as soon as I came back, he turned his attention to me. Now I think I had my son at the time with me, and in the stroller. So I came back, and he started talking to me, and I noticed. I said something seems a little off about this guy, but I didn't say anything. So the guy, he starts talking to me, and I'm naturally, just a friendly guy. So I talk to people when I'm out in the streets a lot. So I talked to him, and then he starts telling me, he's like, oh, yeah, I applaud you for being a good dad and all this stuff. I see you taking care of your kids or whatever. I'm like, yeah, we're supposed to do that or whatever. So he was like, yeah, he was like, let me shake your hand. I just want to commend you. So I just, I shook his hand. I didn't want to be mean. I shook his hand, and me and my wife, we went off. Well, when I got home that night, I think I got home that night, I went and took a shower. After I took a shower, I got into the bed. And guys, I'm telling you now, the pain that I experienced, in my head, it felt like somebody was taking a knife and stabbing me in my head. It felt like somebody was taking a knife or a nail and a hammer and stabbing me literally in my head. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is going on? Like, why am I feeling like this? This is crazy. Like, this is worse than any migraine. This is worse than any pain that you will ever feel. This pain is like the worst pain in the absolute world. Like, this I've never went to the hospital for anything, but I literally told my wife, I said, I need to go to the hospital. And I don't even believe in going to the hospital. So I was like, my wife knew right then. She was like, something's not right. So then we start, well, I said we, but she started praying because my head was hurting so bad that I couldn't even pray. So I started praying, or she started praying, and the Lord gave her a vision. The minute that guy touched me, he was a warlock. The minute that guy touched my hand, my wife saw a spirit go through my body. Like if somebody takes a sword and stab you and goes through your body. She saw that. And so I got so angry at what happened. And I was also kind of angry at myself because I should have known better than touching him. But after that happened, I began to pray against this guy. And we began to see him basically being dealt with in the spirit realm. And I'm just telling you guys, like, I'm telling you now, I talked to one of my friends who was from Africa. He used to actually work for Satan. And he told me flat out, if I didn't know the Lord, I would have literally died that night. The only thing that saved me, because he said he has seen people die from witchcraft like this. I don't know, I forgot what he called it. But it's a thing where when they do that to you, when they touch you, the point of contact, you will literally die within like 3 hours, he told me. And that's about how many hours it took for me to feel this thing. It was about 3 hours later after I got home. So I want to say this. Don't be touching people. Don't be letting people touch your hand. Don't be letting people talk, let me shake your hand. You know what I'm saying? No. Because when you lay hands on people, if they're wicked, it's a point of contact and they can literally kill you. You think this is a joke? This is not a joke. It's not a joke. And a lot of people out here are not saved and they thinking they can just do whatever they want to do. But you cannot do that. So I just wanted to tell that testimony. But I'm telling you, I literally felt like I was going to die that night. I'm not even joking. Like, I literally felt like I was going to die. That's how much pain I was in. Out of the scale 1 to a 10, it was a 20. It was not no 10 out of 10. It was a 20 out of 10. It was that bad. So don't be touching people. Don't be letting them shake your hand. Don't do that. Don't let them touch your kids. Anything.